Hello guys, welcome back to another stream. This isn't going to be a long one today. My name's Mike and this is Unreal Engine 5.2.1. This is a group project I'm working on, and today I'm going to try and get the settings in the main menu sorted, as well as the pause menu. I was going to start with the pause menu now, so that can be out the way. It's fairly easy to implement. I'll say it's going to be a short stream because I've got some stuff to do this evening, but I'm hoping with an hour and a half I can get what I need to do done. So this is the main area. If I just do I'm not going to do a recap because if you watch the previous live stream, it's archived on YouTube. You'll be able to see the 4-hour stream I did implementing the UI main menu. So what I'm going to do, guys, is, if you just bear with me, I've got my other project open, which has the pause menu that I've already implemented in my other game. So it's gonna be pretty much the same. So as I say, at the moment, it's very much just going to be a grey box UI. So first off, we need to go into the UI. I'm just going to just 1 second. So UI narrative, that's the slides and the widget blueprint. I'm going to do a folder for the HUD. I just want to keep everything organized. And then we'll create another folder called menus. And then this one is going to be pause menu. Okay, so if we go back there, it's now organized. Top down. Why is that? I had that color coded. Why is that being changed? Top down. Alright, so go back. Content, top down. That's the folder we need to go in. Blueprints are I'm gonna give the color blue. UI is going to be white. So that's just straight down there. That looks grey. I thought it was FFFFF for... There we go. So UI white. So you've got the blueprints for the character, main menu, narrative. Now we don't need to create a whole new level for the pause menu. It's basically going to be a widget. So if I go into here, pause menu, we're going to create one. Widget blueprint, pause menu. Okay. I'm just going to get that up in my other project. So again, this is going to be a very simple grey box pause menu. So we're going to get a canvas panel and we're going to move that up there, and we're going to do custom. It's going to be 1920 by 1080, and then if I get a image, if I set the anchor to the center, and I have, this is basically what it's going to kind of look like. So I just need to create a rectangle and add 3 buttons. So we don't want it to be too large. Okay, so I'm going to reset that, and that's quite annoying. that to be dead center. That is not center of the screen. What is going on with the anchor? There we go. Jesus. Right, okay, that's the pause menu. So I'm just going to give it just a nice, not too strong thing there. And then we're going to just get a text box. Just a text box, and we're going to place that on top. And we're just going to call this game paused. Okay. We're going to size the content, and we're going to set the anchor there. We're going to reset the position there of alignment 0.5.5, and then we're just going to, on the Y position, we're just going to move it up. Okay, so this is roughly how it goes. Now we need to add some buttons, guys. Now we're adding 3 buttons: resume, main menu, and quit. So we drop that onto the canvas panel, and then we need to add a text box to the button, and we're going to call this resume. Okay, and we're going to click size to content, and then if I set the anchor to the center, reset those positions, and then do the alignment to 0.5.5 so it's dead center. Now we're going to move this up on the y-axis. So it's about there. Okay. And then we're going to name this resume. And then what we're going to do, we're going to copy the resume, and we're going to name this as main menu. And then on the text, we're going to call that main menu. Okay. And then we need to copy that one more time. We're going to call this quit. Label the text as quit. Okay, so you'll notice that they're on top of each other at the moment. So what we want to do is get a vertical box. So we're going to drag the vertical box there, and then we're going to put these in there. We're going to set the anchor of the vertical box there, reset that, do the alignment to 0.5.5, size it to the content. So that's now dead center. Now the padding, we need to do the padding which will space out the gaps in between the buttons. I think you have to do it on the buttons itself. So padding, so if I do 0.5, that's not enough. If I do 5, there we go. That's a nice distance. I think that's pretty good actually. I'm happy with that. That looks good. Obviously, like I say, this is just grey box. It's just for the functionality, guys. We're just getting it up and running so it does what we need it to do. Okay, so what I now need to do is set up, hold on. Right, so that is done at the moment. for what I need to do. We've got the buttons in place. What I'm going to do, on a top-down map, we're going to open the level blueprint. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to add a button. So when the player... Now, this is going to be set to escape. The only problem is, like, in most games, you press escape, it brings up the pause menu. Okay. The problem with the editor in Unreal is when you're simulating the game, when you test it, the escape button will stop the game. So what we'll temporarily do is use the P keyboard button to bring up the pause menu, and then when the game's basically at the final stages, we will then swap out the P press for the escape press. I had to do this in my other project. It's just because when you're developing, if you press escape, you exit the simulation or playtesting of the game. So we're going to get keyboard P. So when that's pressed, we're going to have a flip-flop. So this will alternate. This will basically alternate. When you press P, it brings up the pause menu. If you press P again, it will close it. So looking at my other project, I should be able to just copy this code actually. There we go. Okay, so you can see what's happening here. When the P is pressed, we're going to set input mode only. We get the player controller, we show the mouse cursor, we pause the game, and we are going to draw our pause menu widget to the screen. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to do the opposite for when P is pressed again. So I'm just going to move this just along here because we're going to have another widget, another node, sorry, coming off. So we're going to, if I just, hold on, UI menus, main menu. If I just get up my main menu one, new game. Okay. So we're going to copy this one, and in the top-down map, because the map is kind of the one that's controlling the P button pressed. We don't want to put this on the player's blueprint, because if the player dies, then you won't be able to do it. So we need to put it kind of in the background, and I tend to do this on the actual level. Alright, so we're going to paste that code here. So when the P button is pressed again, we set the input mode. Okay, I'm going to put another node here just to neaten this up. So we're going to set the input mode as game only. We're going to hide the cursor, and then we are going to set the game as not paused. And then we want to remove the widget, and the target is going to be that. Okay, so fairly simple. P brings up the pause menu, and that's the widget it's going to draw. If we press P again, we change the game put mode, so it's game mode. we hide the cursor, we unpause the game, we get rid of the widget. So if I just test that, compile and save, if I just test that, there we go. Why is P not working again? I think that's because I have... Oh, dearie me. What does flush input do? One second, guys. Hmm. Okay, I think we need to go into something up here. Project settings. Input. Okay, so toggle pause is P. For the time being. So if I go back to here, I wonder if that will now work. Let's see if that will work. Okay, so when we press P, we toggle pause. It's because that is done. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. Let's add a variable. We're going to call this is paused. By default, it's going to be false. So is paused. It's going to be no. So, oh my god. Right, 1 second. So at this stage... Fuck, hold on. We're going to need a branch. The branch is the if statement. Right, so... get the paused. Right, so what we're doing here, when we press P, because we've assigned on the project settings toggle pause to P. So when the player presses P, it will check the game paused. If the game isn't paused, then we will do this. We will set is paused. So get the paused. If it's true, hold on a minute. One second, guys. Sorry, I've not got the chat up. I've got a few windows open here. Right, hold on. This isn't how I did it in my other game. I brought up the pause menu. If you pressed it again, you wouldn't be able. You'd have to click continue. So I've not done it this way before. So when we press P, we get the is paused. If the is paused, it's like we need multiple branches. We don't want to flip-flop. Or do we? So, if this is true, no, sorry, hold on. So if the game isn't paused, which is here, so if the player presses P and the game isn't paused, which by default it isn't, then we would do that, which is correct. We would we would pause the game and do that. So if I get rid of that bit because it doesn't feel right to do that, if I just do that, so if it's false, so if I just test this, it's doing that correct. Okay. So then what we want to do is we would want to copy that. So if it's true, right, so basically if the player presses P, we get the is paused. Now if it is true, sorry, if the game is paused, then we would set it to not being paused. I'm going to move that up there. I'm going to move this down. And we're going to... Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work, guys, because... As I say... I don't know if it's going to work because UI is paused, but it might do. I've not done the pause menu this way before. I'm really not sure if this is going to work. If it does, it's going to be awesome. Player presses P. No. It is because it's because of the oh, this is really annoying. I've got to pop some sweets, guys. Give me 1 second. We can do this. We've got this. Hmm. Hmm. This doesn't seem right. This does not seem right. This doesn't seem the right way to do it, guys. Input action, toggle the pause. When you press it, I'm wondering if I'm struggling to process this because my sugars are low, or if I'm just struggling to think how best to do this. We still want to listen to it. That's the problem. We want to still listen for the P button. I think I can get rid of this. Right. When we press the P, which is our toggle pause action mapping, it does that. Excellent. That works. Okay. um, is that going to conflict with that? Oh, this doesn't seem right. this is this is winding me up because it seems something such a simple thing. Um, oh, it's kind of like you just want it to do this. I don't know if this is going to work. I do not know if this is going to work. I really don't. This is going to be the moment of make or break. Is that going to do it, guys? Is that going to do it? I don't know. I need a drink. Oh my god. It's like this conflicts with that in my mind. I think it's the player controller. I think that's where we might need to. Player controller. I know this is kind of what I'm struggling to do at the moment, guys, and I've not had to do it this way before. Thanks for the spam view irritation. Thank you. See, in my other game, what I did for the pause menu was I just brought up the I did this stage, and then if the and that was it. It was one stage. Like if I bring up my other project, I'm not going to show the other project, but where is my other project? This is the problem. It's because we've disabled player input, but we need it to listen whilst it's in that mode. It's like we need it to still listen, like whilst it's in this mode, listen for the key press. And that's the only button. That's the only button we. It is like we need to go into that. Let's see. I've not had to do this before, so let's temporarily just disable that. We press P. It does that. So. Really don't know if this is going to work, guys. I really don't know if this is going to work. Oh, dude. I don't really want to be doing it this way. I don't really want... I'm just trying to think. A prime example of this is Titan Quest. One second, guys. Hmm. Oh my god. I think it's going to have to be within here. Oh, this is winding me up. This is winding me up. Hey, Four. How you doing, dude? I'm having a bit of a dilemma with this pain in the arse. What I was trying to do, I've already got the pause menu set up, well, half of it. Get it to draw to screen when the P button's pressed. The only problem is we want to enable P to close it again. And I've not done that before. So it's kind of it's in two different blueprints though, and I don't want it to be done in there. Just thinking of Titan Quest, when you press escape in Titan Quest, it brings up the main menu, or the menu. And I'm pretty certain if you pressed escape again, you couldn't just go back to the game. I think you had to click close. I'm certain of it. You know what? I'm actually tempted to. I'm going to load up Titan Quest just to double check this because I feel like I'm going a little bit mad. I'm only loading this game up as a test, guys. This wasn't meant to be part of the stream. But I'm just double checking because it's driving me nuts. Yes, it is, dude. Yes, it is. I'm just doing some work. We've got to do a thingy on Monday and show the progress so far. So I've had quite a few jobs on, and I've got a few hours across today and the weekend to get some work in. I'm just checking the way the menu works in here. I'm certain you if I press escape in here. Oh, it does. Fuck. Okay, so I'm pressing escape. Okay. The thing is, any other button doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Um... This is probably not going to work. Nope. The problem is, when you're disabling the UI, setting UI game mode only, you can't press a button. We need it to... We need it to still listen for the P button. That's something I've not done before. What a pain in the bum. You know what? You know what? I'm going to try something. Instead of having this in here, I'm going to put it in the player controller. I'm going to delete it from there. Pauses the game. Right. If I just unplug that. Right. We press P. True. We pause the game, we draw the widget. And then we want a false that will basically... So, is the game paused if it's... Hold on. If... Right, hold on. Is the game paused? If the game isn't paused, we pause it. If the game is paused and P was pressed, then we do that. That theoretically should work. Fingers crossed. Fuck's sake. Oh my god! Oh, this is driving me fucking nuts. I'm wasting too much time trying to figure this out. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to have the option for the player to press P again to unpause the game. I'm just going to have P pauses the game, brings up the menu, the buttons work, job done. If we need to add in the option for the player to press P again, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But I'm wasting too much time here trying to fuck around with this, and it's actually making me a bit annoyed. So I'm going to just ignore the shite that I've just done. Where's the event I made? There we go. Wasting too much time. So stupid. I mean, actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, no. Get rid of that. Right. Toggle menu is P. Okay. Right. Player presses P. Yeah. Functioning. Okay. Done. Right. That brings up the pause menu. So now in the pause menu, we're going to add in the buttons. I'm angry at myself that I've wasted so much time there trying to get that bollocks sorted. I'm so frustrated. It's because what happens in that code, let me just show you the code. Setting the input mode UI only, it basically disables like all input from the player, but you're able to use the mouse to interact with the UI. So if you press P again when it's in input mode only, it's not recognizing it because it can't. And I've not had to do that before, so I'm not going to waste any more time on that. If one of the programmers wants to try and fuck around with it, they can, but I'm just going to get the pause menu functional. Having the option for the P to toggle on or off the pause menu, it's optional. I can still bring up the pause menu. You just have to click resume to continue playing the game. So it's more of a fine-tuning thing than anything. Right, so on the pause menu, we're going to click on our resume button, and we're going to, on the event, on click, we're going to do that. And then we're going to copy some tasty code, and we're going to put that there. Okay, and what that does, when we click resume, we set it to game. We basically undo everything that we did. So if I just show you, press P, click resume, P, resume. It's that easy, guys. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the thingy. We're going to click on, oh actually, just need to check the button. Yeah, it is the whole button, that's good. Okay, so for the main menu button, we go down, we click on there, and then we're going to load the main menu. So I just need to double check the map. I'm going to give this a nice orange colour. I like maps being orange. Right, so it's main menu. Okay. Nice and short. So move this along. One player clicks the resume button. Game is unpaused and mode set to game only. Widget removed in process. Okay, I'm going to give that blue. I like having blue for UI. Loose. Okay. Test that, guys. Let's test it. Resume brings us back there. Main menu takes us to the main menu. And then if we do new game. Excellent. Okay, now what we need to do, we have one more button, which is the quit. Nice and easy, guys. So if I get up main menu survival, so now all of our UI should be functioning, guys. Press P, main menu, resume, brings you back to the game. And then quit, closes it. Job done. That is a temporary grey box pause menu. Buttons work, does what it needs it to do. Okay, so what's the time? 16:26. Okay, I do have to go to the shops, guys, but I'm thinking I should be able to hold on. Right. I'm happy that the pause menu is set up. Okay. Right. Pause menu set up, so main menu. I'm just thinking of a way that I could have done this a lot easier. Essentially, this whole panel here controls canvas. See, what I did in my other project was I had in my other project I had different widgets for different things. So the controls panel was one widget, but because it's all been done under one canvas, it makes it a little trickier. Right, those stay there. The settings menu. I'm going to move this to there. And it's almost like that tombstone needs to go there as well. Oh, fuck. Alright, tombstone and main menu. Backdrop is consistent. It's almost like what we need to do is kind of like, no, hold on. It's kind of like you want to group this section here into one canvas. Controls canvas. Settings. Set visibility. pH settings. Oh my god. I'm just trying to think the best way to do this, because this isn't how I did this in another project. I mean, it works. Let me just get the main menu up. Settings, system, apply controls. Hey Alan, thanks for following and thanks for watching. I'm just thinking of the best way to do this, because this is basically a grey box menu at the moment. Now you got to bear in mind that when I actually designed the pixel art user interface, that the graphical bit to it, it's going to look slightly different, but the buttons should remain in place, and then I would adjust the button boxes based on, you know, where they need to be adjusted to. In my other project, I didn't handle all of the menu within the same one. What I did was I had a different widget for the settings. Sorry, I'm just getting some messages. Okay, right. We just need this functional. So let me just go back to the graph. So this, I'm just refreshing my brain because I did a 4-hour stream the other day with this. So when we click button settings, it will show us this screen. By default, it will be on the system controls. Okay. And then when you click back, that will take you back, and then this bit, let's label this. This will be much easier. So when we click controls, controls is enabled. Hide visible controls canvas. When controls and hides system when controls button is clicked, shows the controls and hides the system panel information. Green was for start, orange was for action, so we'll have this as blue for UI. I like using blue for UI, I don't know why. And then this one does the reverse. So if I just do a comment box for this one and move this one down, and then type when system button is clicked, shows the settings and hides the controls panel information. So if I just copy that hex code and then paste that in there we go. Right, so let's just test that. So when we click system, we hide the controls. So we click system, we hide the controls. Yep, okay, good. So basically what we're going to be adding in is loads of stuff here. So when systems is clicked, what have I called it? I'm getting confused. Settings, sorry. Settings. Systems. Because I've got system settings that both begin with S, it's confusing me a little bit. Right, so when we click settings, on clicked button back will take us to, and the back should be consistent between the systems and controls. Yeah, back is always there. That's good. Okay. Right, so back hides that. hides the settings panels and re-enables main menu buttons. I think that's pretty good, don't you guys? Oh my god. Right, so that just hides it basically. And button settings. So if I label this one as shows the settings panel and disables main menu buttons. Just makes it clearer, so at a quick glance I can look at that comment and just know exactly what I need to do. So, right, shows the settings panel. So this in here, set the visibility. Settings, system, apply, controls, back. So in here we're going to have to toggle the visibility of what we're about to do. So I'm hoping I've got enough time to do this. So, hold on, why is that? Okay. Oh my god. Right, this is going to be quite complicated, guys. So I need you to pay attention. Oh my god. Right, we haven't even got music in the game yet, so I can't do the music slider. Oh my god. But what I can implement is the resolution. So let me just get up the settings. So this is roughly what the settings UI is going to look like. So we've got display, we've got audio, graphics, resolution, music, volume. Very simple. We do have the apply button, don't we? Yes. I'm going to temporarily hide that because right, so we need to do a new canvas. Oh my god. I'm going to hide that one and we're going to call this one oh, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't know why I did that. Let's just check I haven't messed anything up there, guys. Okay, let's make a new canvas. This one is going to be called System Canvas. Okay? And it's going to be 1920, 1080. The anchor is going to be at the center. Compile, save. Right, so If I just hide the controls, because that's obscuring the view, and there we have it. This is our systems panel. So going by my design here, I'm going to quickly arrange this. So I'm going to just add in the very simple text. So this is going to be display MISC. And this is going to, if I do size the content, set the anchor to center, reset that and set the alignment to 0.5.5, that's dead center. Text is going to be display settings. And then we're going to get the position on the Y and move that up roughly about there. Okay. Let me just open up my... I'm just looking at how I've done the other one. Right. Okay. So we've got graphics. I'm just going to call this display text. No, I'm going to call it TXT so I know it's, yeah. Okay, so now if I so I'm going to copy that, and this is going to be graphics text, and then we will call this graphics. Oh, I literally just clicked in the box. What is it doing? Oh my god. So we're going to move this up on the Y. And we'll move it across on the X to about there. Roughly. Okay, so that is not doing anything. That is literally just a text box. So now I'm going to copy that, and we're going to call this resolution text. Resolution. And what we'll do is we will copy the X of that position, paste that, get the Y and paste it on there, and then we'll just adjust it. Actually, hold on. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, looks about in line, doesn't it, guys? So graphics and resolution. And then we're going to want to copy the display settings, and we're going to call this audio text. We'll move that up on the Y. And then we're going to need to copy that one I'm going to move this down there and call this music, and this will be music volume, and then we will copy the X of that and paste that there. I might actually make that font smaller to maybe 20. We'll just adjust the X. What would be easier, just to make it nice and... That's roughly in line. Bearing in mind this is grey box, guys. Okay, and then we copy this one, so it's music text. This is going to be SFX text, and we will call this SFX volume. And then if I just copy the X of that, it's roughly about right. Okay, so if I toggle that, we hide that, you see. Oh, sorry, I've just seen your message, for. Take care, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed it. Nothing too exciting this episode, sorry. It's all UI, it's a little bit boring, but it's important. It's how the player navigates through menus and stuff. Take care, dude, and I'll probably be live streaming maybe this evening, Saturday and Sunday, so feel free to tune in. Take care, amigo. Okay, so what we've got there, guys, we have the main things that aren't kind of, they're just there as a visual, they're not interactable, okay? So what I now need to do, I need to add in 2 sliders and 4 buttons and 2 text boxes. Right, think, Mike, think. What do you need to do, mate? You need to add in your sliders. Let's get the sliders done. Okay. So we're going to have a slider. Compile, save. So we're going to have a slider. Put it in the system panel. And this slider is going to be called slider underscore music. set the anchor to the center, reset that. Alignment's going to be 0.5, 0.5. We adjust the Y. We basically want to get this in line with this. So I'm going to get that little block kind of about there. Size to content. No, we didn't want to do that. Whoa! No, we don't want to do that. We want to adjust the position on the X. Okay. So, how big do I want it? Where's the bar itself? Slider handle, maybe? I want that bar to be a bit bigger. How do I get that bar? Oh, dude. That's the thickness of the bar. Normal bar, hover bar. Normal thumb. Oh, it's the thumb. No, it's not. Image size. There we go. There we go. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh my god, we could have like a skull or like a brimstone. Oh my god. Oh my god, that would be so amazing. Oh my god, we could have like a brimstone slider. Oh my god, that would be amazing. Oh, I've so got to do that. Pixel brimstone. Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude, that would be sick. Oh my god. And then you could have like a skull for like the buttons. Oh my god. Dude, that would be so cool. Oh, I am so doing that. Oh my god. Oh my god, I am so doing that. Okay, so I know this is looking like a lot of space at the moment, guys. But the controls panel, like I say, this can all be fine-tuned. Like, this is the grey box. This is the grey box UI menu. This is not going to be how it finally looks. This is just for the functionality. So the placement of these buttons and everything you're seeing on the screen at the moment is going to be fine-tuned, so readjusted, so it all looks nice and presentable. because obviously at the moment it's like there's different things going on. Like the controls canvas is essentially, that's just going to be a plain image, whereas the system's canvas is going to be the interactable with sliders and whatnot. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm hoping I'm going to have enough time to hopefully get the rest of the things implemented. We've already got the pause menu done. I did want to try and play around with the player camera and positioning, but let's do micro adjustments. We'll just get these things in place. So at the moment I'm copying the position, and we're just going to get this one in line with the text roughly. So if I move that across on the basically with this one we want to get the Y and then if I copy the X of that one, paste the X there, so that's now in line with this one. And then just to get the Y position correct on this one, you essentially want the sliders to kind of be look in line with that, so it'll, when you look, you know, your eye just knows the positioning of things and how they're meant to be. So I'm just trying to make this as good as it can be. Right, so we have our sliders in place. So if I compile save, we can, oh we don't want that. Oh no, we want, no, we don't want that. Let's go back to here. Right, so X is the height. There we go. That should now be working without any problems. Okay, so we have those working. Okay, so they now slide. We haven't got them hooked up yet, guys. Essentially, they're going to be interactable, but because we haven't yet got the music mixer and sound effects mixer in place, they're not going to actually adjust anything. There's also like a save file that needs to be done for user settings. So I'm hoping I'll be able to finish that tonight. So those are in place, they're functioning. So we will do another stream tonight to wrap this off, because there is quite a lot to do and I do have to pop out shortly. Let me just think for a second. So going back to our UI design, if we have that side by side, you can see we've got audio settings, music volume, SFX volume. We've got the sliders in, the apply and the back button. We have the display settings, graphics resolution. So we now need to add in 4 buttons that are going to essentially be the left and the right. So we're going to need a text box. Oh my god. 1 second, guys. Sorry, just had a spam attempt. A little scammer. Lots of scammers in the world, isn't there, guys? Okay. Right, let me get these 4 buttons in place. So it's going to be, if I go back to my other project, so we have res left, res right, and then we have graphics left, graphics right. So the graphics is at the top, so these need to be little buttons. Okay, let me just get that back up. Right, so button. So we're going to add a button to the system canvas. And this is going to be called GFX. And then the left arrow, so we know that it goes left. We need to zoom out of here, so we need to set the anchor to there, reset the position of that. The alignment needs to be 0.5, 0.5. And then we're going to move that on the y-axis. And then we're going to temporarily add a text box to that button, and this is just gonna, I don't know, I don't even need to change that. I'm just gonna call that the little left arrow. Okay, and then we're going to click size to content. So very, very simple, guys. I think I might just actually have for the pixel art, I might just create like a square pixel with, I don't know, a skull facing left or something. Not sure yet. Let's make this 50 by 50. Let's try 25 by 25. And text. Obviously, we're gonna put a the button is going to be square. This is only temporary. I don't need to fine tune this. Right, let's get this where we want it. So I think to keep consistency with the layout, I think it would be good to have this button kind of around the same length as this. I think it would look good, maybe. Again, this is just fine tuning it. So whoa. Right, so the X is that. I'm just going to copy that X, post that. Right, so if we get that back, we want to get the Y correct. So you'll see what I'm doing in a second, guys. You'll see why I'm doing this. Oh! No. Go across there. You're roughly about there. So now we've got the Y sorted, I can now paste that X in, and that's going to be perfectly in line with the slider at the bottom. Okay, so that is the graphics left button. So now I'm going to copy that, paste that, and then we're going to do the right, and we go onto the text, and then we change that symbol to that. And then we will copy the X of that one, paste that there. Copy the Y and paste that there. And then we adjust the X, and then we have the left and the right button. And essentially, in between that is going to be a text box which will display the resolution information. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I'm now going to copy that and paste that, and we will move that below there, and this is going to be, we'll call this res. So res left, and then we'll do a similar thing. So we're going to copy the X, paste that there, copy the Y, paste that there, and we'll just lower this down. So it's kind of roughly in line with that, and we can just check that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to copy that, name that as the right, go on to the text, do the right arrow, and then we're going to, we can copy the X of that one. Why did that? Copy the X. And then the Y needs to be that of that one, so copy the Y of that one. Boom. And there we have our buttons. So now, one second guys. Okay, right, I am going to have to shoot off. I'll have to cut this short, but I'm happy with what we've done, guys. I'll tell you what, let me just quickly add in the text box. Okay, so we're gonna get. Okay, I'm going to add in a text box to the system canvas. And this text box, we are going to set the anchor to middle, reset that, alignment to 0.5.5, and then the text is going to be middle justification. The size of the text itself is just going to say text block, and we're going to rename that to graphics text. We're going to get the X of that, copy that, paste that, get the Y, paste that, move it across, and we're going to size to content. No, we're not. We're going to adjust the size of the font to that, and we're going to make sure that the size of this kind of fits. Why is the text Sorry about that, guys. I just had a phone call, so I had to take that. Sorry. I am going to have to go soon anyway. Oh, what's happened to my mouse? Right. I was just getting this set up, so let me just... I do apologise, guys. I had to take the call. I know I was mid-stream. Right, so on my text block, I'm just looking at the other settings that I've got on the other project. So, size to content, text. Right, so the text size of this one is going to be 15. We're going to set the... I need that to be in the middle. Oh, it's the padding, isn't it? Where's the padding? I want that text to be center of the box. Why is that not sitting central? Dude. I need that to be central. That's really annoying. Why is that? Oh. Tell you what, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna muck around anymore with it. Let's just sort out the X. That's about right. And then the Y goes down. That'll do. Okay, so that's basically going to show... There we go. Right, so that's the graphics text, and then we're going to need one for the resolution. So the anchor will be center, position, offsets, size is the same. So what we'll do is we will just copy the X of that one, and this needs to be renamed to resolution text. So we'll set the X to that, get the Y, paste that on there, and then just lower that down and get it roughly. There we go. Okay, so that's the resolution text. So we'll call that res and GFX. Okay, so it's going to appear in the center. If that text appears to be too large, we can adjust that. We can reduce the size of the font. So that is basically the stuff in a nutshell. We set the hold on a second. I'm just trying to find, obviously the text, there we go, get graphics text. Yeah, so we need to create a binding. So we create a binding for the graphics text, and then we create a binding for the resolution text. Okay, and then in here we're going to add some nodes which are tied into the resolution. So yeah, basically. I'm going to have to shoot off, guys, but like I say, if I just show you my other project so you can see, if I go back to the designer, you can see if I just test this, hold on. We need to hide the systems canvas. Let me just quickly set that up. So canvas, right, so the systems canvas is a variable, so let me just quickly is a variable, so systems canvas is a variable, compile, save, go back here. We're going to add the system canvas because that needs to be toggled off, and then when the settings is clicked, let's just test that quickly. That should work. There we go. Oh, I've just realised why I can't. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Oh, that canvas is overriding the other one. Oh, bugger. What did I set the control one to? Hold on a minute. If I put these buttons there, I think that will work. Oh yeah, it does. So because the buttons were below the canvas, they weren't clickable. It's kind of like a layering thing. That's fine. Oh, hold on. What happened there? Well, that's only going to get enabled. Right, hold on a second. Systems canvas. I'm on a rush here, guys. I've got stuff to do, places to be. Right, system canvas set is enabled. Right, system canvas show hides the settings panel and re-enables the main menu button. So if I get the system canvas, we add that one here, plug that in there, and then if I just compile, save and test, perfect. Right, now we need to do it here. So buttons control, button system. So we need to right, hold on a minute. When we click controls, we hide the visibility of the systems canvas. So we hide that. So when we click controls, we hide the systems canvas. When we click system, we do that. Hidden visible. Alright, that should work now. There we go, baby! Lovely jubbly. And there we have it, guys. Very basic, functional grey box UI. So all we need to do, I'm going to have to shoot off and end the stream, guys, but I will be back this evening, probably in about 4 hours' time, and I will get in the rest of the UI that goes here. So essentially, if I quit that, this text, I wonder why that's not showing actually. I wonder if that's because on the graph I've not set what the text is. Basically, we've got the pause menu functioning. We haven't done the high score because the high score's not been set up yet. But the settings, that UI is working. This will be an image. These, again, will be kind of the middle text. This sound thing needs setting up once we've... I don't even have any music yet, but it's fairly straightforward to set up the how this functions. It's really quite simple. Well, it's not simple, there's a bit to it. But this bit here, guys, the graphics and the resolution, there's a fair bit to that. I'm just looking at my thingy here. So yeah, setting up the sound is fairly straightforward. Resolution and the graphics, again, kind of straightforward. And then we've got the apply. Okay. Right, I'm going to call the stream there. I hope you found this useful. Sorry there was a bit of a pause in between the stream there where I had to take a phone call. But we have the pause menu set up, and we have about, I'd say, 60% of this complete. What we will do in the next stream is we're going to add in the graphics and the resolution and setting the apply button to apply those. The music, I'm not sure if I'll be able to set up yet because I've only got sound effects. I don't actually have a piece of music that I can kind of play. So yeah, it's going very good. Once that's out of the way, I can get the player camera set up. So I'm going to call it there, guys. If you enjoyed the stream, do feel free to give us a follow on Twitch. I've also got a YouTube channel. The panel below will take you there. I post all of the game dev streams there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune back in later this evening. We'll finish off this main menu UI. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, stay safe. I'll